Hi, I'm Teresa Morris from Reinvent Yourself, teresamorris.com. Welcome to my Thursday Facebook Lives. Today we're going to be talking about, oops, if I can get it to go there. No, I had a title. Today we're going to be talking about choosing joy. How do you choose joy? But first, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I am a personal development coach / joy facilitator. And I've had a lot of people ask me, what is a joy facilitator? Well, I like to call myself a cheerleader for life. So I like to help people, especially women over the age of 45, to plan the next section of their life and make sure to include plenty of time for moments of joy. Often in the first part of our life, we're so busy with school, with marriage, with kids, that we don't have time to think about ourselves. And thinking about yourself and putting your needs first isn't selfish. It's actually what you need to do in order to be able to take better care of those around you. And being joyful means that you're going to project a more positive outlook towards those around you and encourage them to be happy as well. So that's what I want to help you with today. Let's see. So let me just ask, when you're at the end of your life, do you think you'll look back and think, I'm glad I worked so much? Probably not. In fact, the Reverend Linda Sohn discovered when she interviewed members of her church who were over 90 years old that most people regretted not having more time with their families. She said, when I asked one person, do you wish you accomplished more? He responded, no, I wish I loved more. Let me tell you about my friend Rita. She's 92 years old. I was so lucky when I went back to California a few weeks ago that I got to spend time with her. She's one of my favorite people in the whole world. And her best and favorite thing to talk about is her family. She has 4 boys and 1 girl, and they come and visit her as much as possible. In fact, the boys take turns trying to visit her at least once a week, and they'll often spend the night with her while they're visiting. Take her out for a meal. Sizzler is her favorite place to eat, and she just has such a calm and happiness about her in her later years that I really appreciate, and it makes my heart feel good every time I get to see her. So I don't think that she has regrets about not working more. I think she is happy that she's had so much time in her life to spend with her family. We each have about 27,000 days on this earth, give or take. I guess if you're Rita, you have a lot more than that. But if you consider that a third of those days are reserved for sleeping and another large percentage make up your childhood, which a lot of us don't remember, what you're left with isn't much. So a famous quote by French philosopher Albert Camus is, "You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you're looking for the meaning of life. Knowing your time isn't endless is what makes us value that time so very much. And when you value something, you're reluctant to waste it." There are lots of ways to minimize wasted time. Off the top of your head, what things can you think of that minimize wasted time? Or that waste your time? One thing that can be a time waster is watching TV. Now, don't get me wrong, I love my TV. I usually have it on while I'm working. My husband Art and I love to watch Jeopardy while we're having dinner, although kind of consider that more of a game than TV watching because we're playing along while we're watching. But if TV is interfering with your ability to accomplish things and with your ability to communicate with your family and friends, then you might be watching too much TV. What about staying in a dead-end job that doesn't fulfill you? That could also be a waste of your time. Believe me, I've been there. And if your job is sucking the soul right out of you, and it's possible for you to make a change, even if it's to a lower paying job that you would be happy at, I highly, highly recommend it. Something to think about. Here's some other common ways that you can increase the enjoyment of the time that you have. The first is step away from toxic people. Allowing yourself to be surrounded by negative people who suck the happiness right out of you can make it very hard to be happy. It pays to make the decision to spend as little time with those people as possible. When all that negative energy isn't taking up space around you, you have the space to let in so much positive energy. Another way that you can increase your happiness is by not worrying about what you can't control. Complaining about things you have no control over doesn't do you any good. There are things you can control, but there are many, many situations that you can't control. Take control of what you can to make your life better, but stop complaining and worrying about those things that you simply can't control. Being afraid to ask for help when you need it will increase those feelings of isolation and loneliness. There's no shame in asking for help. And when you do, you allow someone else the amazing feeling of giving you that help. Another way that you can increase your happiness is by remembering that you are in charge of your own life. I know a lot of us don't believe that, but I'm serious. You are in charge of your own life. You make your own choices. Letting anyone other than you dictate how you live your life will not make you happy. People who offer friendly or not so friendly advice are usually feeling pretty bad about their own situation. Unless you ask for the advice. And if it's friendly advice and you ask for it, then you can certainly consider it. I have a lot of people that I trust to offer me advice when I need it. You don't want to think that you're all alone in your decision making, but ultimately you are responsible for your own life. You make your own choices. And the last way that I want to talk about today that can help you increase your happiness is by remembering that money is a tool, not an end. Chasing money or chasing the happiness of the moment, a YOLO for the young people, rather than looking for long-term happiness and the true meaning of life. Money is simply a conduit to those experiences that fulfill you and fill you with joy. Use it for its intended purpose, but don't chase it just to have more of it. I hope that some of these tips resonated with you. If you have another tip on how to have more happiness and joy in your life, I would love it if you left it in the comments. And if you would like to get a copy of my booklet on reframing your attitude, which also comes with a helpful worksheet, you can go to, put my glasses on so I can read the URL here. You can go to MailChimp /teresamorris.com/reframe-your-attitude. And I will put this in the comments section also so you can check it out. And anyway, I hope that everyone has a great day, and I will see you next week. Bye.